Today I'd like to go over my new website. It's been published as of a few weeks ago. I'd like to go over it and show you a screen record and what's on the website. I'm going to start to scroll down now. At the top you can see the company name, Strive for More Preparedness. Below that you can see the different links that are on the website. I have home, Thrive Food, which will take you to the Thrive Life company website, to my consultant page. I am now a consultant for Thrive Life, and if you click on that button, that'll go to my store, as well as the button on the middle of the page that says Thrive Food will also take you to my consultant store for Thrive. Next to that you have the About page, and this has my mission statement, my About. I made a short video a while back. Then you have Downloads. This is much improved from the previous website. I have it divided up into emergency plans and checklists. Each one of these you can click and it'll open on a separate tab. That way, for security concerns, you don't have to worry about it downloading directly to your computer. Below that you have kit lists, and I will go in more in depth, but I've recently added 2. Car Kit version 1 and Basic Adult Bug Out Bag version 1. I also have some other kits on here on lists of, as of the day of this filming, TSA approved and TSA not approved items. And then I also have a template page that goes over the emergency inventory template. This is something that I made and I've put on here. You can download it to your computer and it'll open in Excel. Let me go back to the home page. We'll navigate from there. Now what I'd like to show is the Thrive Food, because I skipped that. This again will take you to my consultant page. From here you can see my name, you can see a picture of Nikki and I, and then you can go to shop. And then on here you have Thrive's full range, including the new Ruvi items. And you can purchase through there. I'm going to close that. Recommended sites. These are sites that either I have personally used or sites that people I trust have used. I've divided them up into different areas, different categories. We have communications, short range, two-way audio, and then it goes all the way up to satellite. Medical, water containers, water filtration, purification, which remember are 2 different things. Fuel containers, power, I have the places that I prefer, Goal Zero, Generac, and then for the common in the US and Canada, Home Depot and Lowe's, I have their generator pages. Food, Thrive Life, which again, tapping on that will take you to my consultant page. The Ready Store. The Ready Store is different from Thrive. Thrive does high quality, very healthy freeze-dried food in a very specific proprietary process that holds in all the nutrients and vitamins. The Ready Store also has freeze-dried food, but it has a different category, I guess you could say. One of the big benefits with the Ready Store is you can have your different purchase quantity. So here you can obviously see you have a 3-month, 6-month, and 1-year supply. When I was first getting into emergency preparedness after a few events that I went through, I did purchase the, I believe, 6-month supply. And they're great. The one thing to remember, like I've said before, this is food, but it is not healthy to have food that is high in salt and preservatives, especially for younger or older demographics, because that salt in large quantities over a period of time, and if you are in that position where you can't move much already, and then that's the food you're going to get, that food, remember, is going to mess up all of your internal organs. It's going to mess up your brain chemistry, and it's not good long term. So again, that's why I go back to Thrive as being the premium, but it's important to have something stored away. And if Thrive is not in your is not available for your budget right now, then the Ready Store, as you can see on here, has some great options. There are MRE packages that offer the same thing, 6-month supply, but the same thing, you just have to remember, if you're looking long term, more than a few days or a week, you want to have something that can maintain the that is healthy for your body, and that's where Thrive comes in. But again, you need something in your life. And so the way this is divided up also, which I can go through in more depth on another video, but just as a brief run through, the Ready Store has their stuff divided up, which I really like, in these 3 different categories: basic, deluxe, and ultimate. The reason these are divided up like this is because it changes your calorie count. So you can get a basic that has your 1,300 to 2,000 all the way up to your ultimate for 2,000 to 2,400. And if you are needing this food, you are going to want the higher calorie count for your body. And that's a lot on there. I guess I'll go back through here. So now we have Patriot Supply, APMEX. I've done a video on that. That's where we get our gold and silver. They keep a portfolio, and depending on your security concerns, you might not want that. I personally like it because it lets me see what we've purchased. Ammunition, there's really only one place that I go to, bulkammo.com. They have the best prices. They have the entire range of ammunition in reference to caliber, projectile type, casings. I would say literally anything you could want in ammunition, they have. And even the super obscure stuff, usually they have. It's not in a lot of quantity, but they have. Now the very common stuff, like your 9mm, 45, 5.56, whatever that is, they sell by the thousands, and they sell it at a really good price. They also, when they ship it to your house. They call it overboxing, so it's basically a cardboard box, no markings, it just says BA shipping on it. And if you live in an apartment or some other situation where you don't want people seeing your box, and they will get close enough to see the box, then Bulk Ammo is really good at discretion. Next, I have firearms. These are the firearms that I have or want to have someday. LaRue, obviously, Accuracy International. I make a point not to put firearms on this channel. YouTube is very strict about what you can have, so I'll leave it at that. There's the sights. Non-lethal, which I will fix. Non-lethal Byrna, it's a really good product. It gives you distance defense with a special chemical makeup they have in like something that looks like a paintball, and it's able to be sold almost all across the country. They just released one in November of 2019 for, it's called California Compliant. It's their recreational version, and it does not use the chemical powder, but it does use the rubber balls that they have that also work really well. Next, applications and websites. These are the applications I did a video on before that I have on our phones that we like to use. Active Shooter. These are, all but the last one, are bulletproof options. Bulletproof Everyone has a really good line. They have some really good stuff of clothing. Same with Bullet Blocker clothing. They have some really good stuff. AR-500 armor. Everyone probably knows what that is. Safe Life Defense. That's a really good avenue to go down. They sell the concealed armor. They also sell, if you are in law enforcement or some industry where you do wear an over the clothing vest, they sell a lot of that stuff too. And then one of the standard videos for Active Shooter, the FBI Run, Hide, Fight video. It's a really good video to watch. Computer hardware, the stuff that I personally think is the best. I've got Apple. Bob Johnson's is who I've gone through for a tough book that I have, that I did a video on. And Drobo, again, super user friendly. It's a way to back up all your data. And then vehicles, I have the vehicles that either we have or I trust or I've driven, or as far as the armor goes, the companies that are really high quality in their practices of armoring vehicles. And these are every range, but specifically I'm talking about civilian vehicles, like what you would take your kids to school in. And then for off-road, Polaris, I think that Polaris really is the best, and so that's on there. Then next, as we go up, we have the recommended media. On here, these are all items that I have personally read, watched, listened to. And on books, we have fiction. A lot of these are really good. Non-fiction, some good books to have, movies and TV shows. And then finally, the blog has the most up-to-date, as best I can, videos I'm putting on YouTube. So that way the videos are here. You can click on it and then it'll take you into a page. On the side, you'll notice there's a category. And on each one of these will take you to those different things. So say you want to go to, let's find a good one. Say you want to go to illumination. So we'll go to illumination, and on that one link, it'll pull up the videos that have to do with light, whatever that might be. And then on the final page, there is a contact. I have my phone number and a way to email. And again, on the home page, since I didn't scroll down there, mission statement, my background in EMS, fire, and critical infrastructure, and then the approach that I like to have toward everyone that I speak to on this topic of emergency preparedness. And same thing, contact, there's an email and a phone number. And then, like every other website these days, there's all the links to go to all the social media stuff that I am trying to stay on top of. I don't do great, but they're there and it can take you to it. The YouTube is definitely the most active, and then Facebook, I try to be active on top of that. Again, this was the new Strive for More Preparedness website. I hope you get a chance to look at it. The link is in the description below.